Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Washington football team.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Taken in at the 3. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
But that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Sanders, first carry of the game. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From midfield, here's Wentz. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Intercepted by Washington.
Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Out of the gun, Smith. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that?
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line.
Good work, boy. Let's go. It's got to be patient, baby. It's got to be patient.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, here's Smith. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Here's Smith. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
4th down.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
The ball carrier.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
Eluding the pressure right.
31-yard line.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Eagles' 26.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. Now Smith. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Smith to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Smith toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of...
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
To Antonio
From 4 yards out. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Going up top. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
No gain on the play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Smith. And that is incomplete. Nikel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10.
On 29-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. On 1st down, Wentz. And quickly finding Rager. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Taken down at the 11.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Wentz's pass, intended for Jalen Reagor, incomplete.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
1 yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And now it's 4th down.
Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
There's the ball carrier. He was taken down at the 22-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. off of play action. Here's Smith rolling to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, Washington takes over 1st and 10. At their
out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Fresh off the pick six, it's Smith. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Washington.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 40.
On 2nd and 11 now. Smith. Open man here. Sims complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Smith to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47.
An 8-yard pickup.
First time they looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Gibson, the ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Davion
Taylor there to bring him down.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Smith. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. An 8-yard touchdown run. And Washington has retaken the lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Already a at the line. This Philly offense set to go. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Flush to his right. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off near the 44. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And he stopped immediately there. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
On first down, Gibson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And 9 at the Eagles' 21-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Third down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Back to throw, Smith. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to... He's got a man, complete. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, 73 yards. And the Eagles have cut it. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Antonio Gibson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The return. Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Play action. It's Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback